Welcome to another edition of Coinomi Connect AMA. Join our host, Duane, and the LuckyCoin team as we dive into all things crypto. This conversation was recorded live on X Spaces on December 17th, 2025. Please note, the views and opinions expressed in this AMA do not necessarily represent those of Coinomi Wallet and should not be considered financial advice. Always do your own research on the projects we discuss. Enjoy the video, and don't forget to follow and subscribe to support the channel. Now, let's get started.
Well, we're at it. Of course, if you haven't downloaded Coinomi yet, be sure to download it on our application wallet here to make sure that you have the best kinds of wallet that we have in this space. And some announcements will be also mentioned on our socials, so be sure to follow us on X, which is pretty much the main form of announcement that we do, and also on our Telegram groups. That's also shown up on our on the links that we have on X. Hello, hello.
Yes. Yes. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you?
Wait, which one is speaking? I think my screen is not.
That's okay. It's only one speaker at the moment. That's me, Dr. Trippy. So,
Oh,
I
Dr. Trippy. I'm sorry for taking a while to unmute you.
no, that's okay. We've also got Jet, and we will have David as well joining as representatives from the Lucky team. So I might just get them to also request to step up as speakers, so just easier. No, we've got David, so he will be joining from the actual Lucky Foundation account.
Got it.
Can't see him at the moment, so bear with me. Let's just touch base behind the scenes and then get him up.
Okay, no worries. Just let me know once you're ready to get started. Yeah, get started right after that.
Will do, yeah. We might give it a couple of minutes and we'll get as many people on as possible as well.
Okay, got it. Okay, while waiting for some of the members of LuckyCoin, there's a few announcements for Coinomi. We got the Coinomi rewards is currently live. And guys, this is huge because this thing, you can find it in the sidebar in the app. And you can earn crypto airdrops weekly for free. Not totally for free, but just by doing some tasks there, which is in Coinomi Rewards. And we have 50% off fees when buying crypto in our app via our partners in Simplex. We also have a validity giveaway in X that is currently live right now. Details will be on our page. You can also join the Discord link in the giveaway tweet here. I guess we can retweet it once again so you guys will easily see it, and you can also earn some val or validity for downloading and reviewing Coinomi. So guys, if you've already downloaded the Coinomi app, and if you're loving using the Coinomi app, please make sure to give us a 5-star review or 4-star review. And if you have some questions or concerns, please do voice it out to us, and we'll be sure to do our best to make sure that this is attended. So for now, we're just waiting for more. Oh, hello.
Yeah, so we've Jet and David both have requested to speak. So if you could just accept them to
Okay.
join the speaking panel, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay, I think I just accepted 2 people to speak. One of them is Knight.
Yep, that's Jet.
Digital.
So
Yes.
perfect. And then we
Yeah.
have David.
Hi, how are you? Pleasure to be on here with Dan.
And the other one, Coinomi, is just the Lucky Coin Foundation. So he's represented by David, our angel investor. So if you could just also
I
accept
believe I
him.
already unmuted him, but X is acting up once again. It's not making him speak. Let me try again. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm not sure. For some reason, it's not changing. Is he or she seeing the invite? I've seen the request and I accepted it. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me try it again. I think he is disconnected on purpose to refresh. I think something's wrong as well. This is happening more often than you more often than usual in a lot of spaces that we got. There's always that one particular speaker that's gonna have some problem. Okay, let's wait for him to reconnect then. Or would you prefer if we start a bit and just wait for him to come back, or is it better if we start off with him?
Let's give it another minute or two because he's quite a pivotal person in
Okay,
terms
got
of.
it. Totally fine. No worries.
David has joined back on, so let's maybe just restart that process, please.
Okay, yeah. No worries. We're not going to start the show without you. So we'll do our best to make sure that you'll be able to speak soon. Let me try once again. Okay. And while waiting, guys, please be sure to also follow our guest here for Coinomi Connect, which is LuckyCoin. You'll get to know them more on today's Coinomi Connect, including everything that's about the coin and some activities or some giveaways if they have any. So it's going to be a really insightful and exciting episode. While we're waiting right now for just right now, we're just waiting for one of their members to be able to join us as a speaker.
Okay, it looks like he's back up again. Apologies for the delay. It seems like X is glitching again.
Yeah.
But if you could just please let me know if you've just sent through the request for the Lucky Coin
Okay, I
Foundation.
see his request once again.
Okay, we're ready to go. Awesome. It looks like David has joined. So thanks everyone for bearing with us. So can you hear us at all, David?
Hello, everyone. So finally, on my side, it's always glitching. I lose the audio and they cannot hear you, but it seems now, after the fifth try, should be good. Okay, let's go then.
Okay, we're all good. Unfortunately, we're not that surprised that X Spaces was acting up earlier, but yeah, the show must go on. And okay, let's officially start. Hello and good day to everyone that is currently tuning in here at Coinomi Connect. This time we are joined by our friends here from LuckyCoin, and this is quite the crowd that we have here because we got three of them joining us speaking on Coinomi Connect. So guys, I'll let you introduce yourselves right now because I can't remember all of your names. So you can start off, Dr. Trippy.
Yeah, nice to meet everyone. I am one of the CTO members, business development manager behind the scenes, and been working with the Lucky team and community for the better part of a year at the moment. We have on our speaking panel Jet, who is the CEO of the foundation. I'll let him step up and then I'll introduce our other special guest.
Great. You can all hear me clearly?
Yeah, gotcha.
Loud and clear.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Stan. Appreciate that. So nice to meet everyone. And it's a pleasure to have this Coinomi Connect call with you. I guess we've had a little bit of history there with you previously. And I just wanted to say that with LuckyCoin, we have a great team of people. It's not just the three of us. There's quite a number of us now in the CTO. So we have a lot of breadth and depth of experience. And we're working on a lot of good things behind the scenes. And it's just a pleasure to be here. And I'll hand back over to you, Dan.
Thanks, Jet. No, Jet's been very instrumental in the resurgence of Lucky, so looking forward to him chiming in throughout the space. We do have a very lucky guest, as a pardon the pun, I should say, David. So David is Lucky's angel investor. He is actually one of the original Lucky members, dating back to 2013. So I'll get David back up here, and he's been very much driving a lot of our technical initiatives and discussing a little bit about some of those initiatives that we have on the horizon as it pertains to the launch of a potential foundation next year.
Hello, everyone. So I actually found out about the LuckyCoin project just this summer. So I was around early in crypto in the spring of 2013 when there were many coins launched, and at that time I got into mining coins. So there were many around launched at that time. So it was kind of a Cambridge explosion of clones. So also this was the time when the first exchanges for the altcoins came up. So I was trading that, but then it took a pause on crypto for quite some years. And recently, so I was actually looking for some mining machines and bumped into the ads for LuckyCoin. So I was wondering, and so I checked it out that it was relaunched, and I actually found some very old coins, and so to cut it short, so I joined the team, and I've been working now together with Chet and the whole CTO team to revamp the project. So we already done several initiatives. So first was to update the LuckyCoin wallet. So this was based on a quite old code from Doge that was cloned and updated. So we completed this here in end of October. So also with this update, there are now lower transaction fees. So this has been updated, and also some bugs in the transaction processing and others have been now fixed. So now we are really on a high quality wallet comparable to Doge. And also what was here important, so we updated the coin emissions. So we stopped the halving cycle for now, so that the coin is still worthwhile to be merge mined together with Litecoin. As a further initiative, we relaunched the LuckyCoin website. So we created a big giveaway, so to promote the new LuckyCoin wallet. So this was, I think, a great success with lots of downloads and lots of activity. And and so for the future, the foundation that is now in the focus of the LuckyCoin ecosystem here will support further initiatives. So not only the core wallet was updated, but also as of here, now we are having our Prime mobile wallet here with Coinomi. We want to here bring to the community. And so this is a short outline from my side.
I have to say, you guys are awesome, being that LuckyCoin has been here in this space longer than Coinomi has ever been, and Coinomi has been here for more than a decade. So that shows how OG you guys are in this space. And, it's surprising. I'm pretty sure that, as surprising as it is, with that fact being said, not a lot of people know a lot about LuckyCoin compared to the major coins that we have now. So, guys, can you tell us more about LuckyCoin, especially for people who are just hearing about this for the first time? Maybe tell somewhat of a story. I know you've already made some inputs and some summary of it, but yeah, if you can put it more of the story of the history behind it, and what is LuckyCoin all about?
Yeah, so maybe I also take this question. So LuckyCoin, so it was the 22nd coin ever launched in the crypto space. So it was very early. And so in the early days, the coins were more, so there was Bitcoin certainly, then Litecoin came, and sometimes thereafter people started to clone essentially Litecoin and give it a new theme. And it was more geared towards mining. So this was the point. So, there is this halving. So those who mine the coin early get the most coins. And so in that time, in 2013, early on, there was not even an exchange where you could trade the coins. So it was more like kind of just a peer-to-peer, so not very efficient. So it was a lot about mining and this, and what LuckyCoin brought to the table at that time that made it, I would say, popular. And actually, I think it was in 2013 still. LuckyCoin was in the, certainly coin market cap. So it was in the top 10 after one pump by the Chinese community. So this shows how early things were. There were not so many coins around. And what people liked was these random block rewards. So this gave a kind of a challenge, or let's say more kind of, it was some kind of exciting that you could have been just lucky and earn like double or 5 times or even 55 or 58 times the usual reward. So there was a huge competition in the mining in the early hours after the launch. And usually people, and me included, so we rented ASICs at that time. They were already around for script to gain some edge for the first few hours. And so it was really about this more mining centric, a good theme. So there was other coins around. There was China coin, barbecue coin, there was world coin. So these were kind of some early names. And shortly after LuckyCoin, Doge, so the Doge creator cloned the LuckyCoin repository, and so essentially they left everything as is, but they created 1,000 times more coins. So the coin supply is in the 20 billion or 200 billion, something like that. And but otherwise, they also implemented their variant of random blocks, and so this is a bit of the early history of the coin when this was created.
Yeah, that's quite a history, and I didn't know that those kind of features existed, like a raffle kind of thing when you mine a specific. If I'm not mistaken, you get 5 times the amount of what you would usually get if you mine a specific thing, and I think that really makes the name LuckyCoin definitely worth it. And I would like to say it's a really easy to remember name, Lucky plus Coin, especially in those times in crypto. So as I've mentioned, you guys are the OG in having this, because I'm sure a lot of coins will try to copy this name LuckyCoin, just because in crypto everybody wants to be lucky, and what more project that would make that would reflect that kind of, and LuckyCoin and that kind of project. And some. Mm-hmm.
Can I just echo that statement? Yeah, there have been a few that have tried to copy, I guess, Lucky on Solana, etc. But it's very important to note, and also just reinforcing what David said, is that we are one of the original coins that go all the way back to 2013. He mentioned barbecue coin. I think there was a potential mention of junk coin in there. But we're, I guess, one of the longest running coins as well. So the actual code was resurrected from one of the blocks and then continued as well. So we go all the way back from an authenticity point of view to 2013. It wasn't an actual resurrection per se as of last year or the year before. So that is very unique unto itself.
And yeah, I was about to ask about that because you guys have been dormant for quite a while. And, as you mentioned, you just got it revived last year, if I'm not mistaken. And what led to it? Like, when did the community exactly knew that okay, this chain deserves a second life?
Yeah, so this was 2014, late 2014. I think it was quarter four, roughly around September. The previous CTO, I believe, resurrected Lucky, just looking at some of the old back end data. And then from there, basically, there was a big community push to get us off the ground. Um, we're very appreciative of all community members who led us to this particular point. We've gone through a bit of ups and downs, and as we discussed on previous Coinomi Connect X Space, but where we're positioned right now is quite fortuitous, with David coming on board and obviously Jet leading the way, particularly with all these initiatives that we've got and that we're pushing forward with. So it is. It's been a long-standing ride. It's been quite dormant for a long period of time, and David could probably attest to this in terms of Lucky being mined early in 2013 for a short period of time, then nothing happening for a while. But we are in a very good place to push forward with some of the initiatives that we have on the cards.
Yeah, definitely. Your narrative is there too, and the history. I think it's one of your strongest points of this kind of history, laying the foundation, not just for this concept of winning something just by mining or just being there, so that Dogecoin, which is pretty much one of, if not the most popular meme coins that we have in recent years. And right now, you guys at Lucky Coin emphasize decentralization. So no VCs, no premise, no corporate control. So why was it important to protect? Sorry. Why was it important to protect these values from day one of the revival?
I will get Jed to step in here because he pretty much epitomizes the value set that we have really as our CEO.
Yeah, thanks, Stan. So I think one of the things about our team is that we really as Dan has mentioned, there's no excuse me, there's no VCs. Obviously, we have David as our angel investor, but none of us are compensated in terms of there's no VCs compensating us. But I like to think that we're operating as even though we're a CTO, we're operating as a decentralized team, and all of us are quite motivated to build the LuckyCoin community and the ecosystem, etc. One of the things that I like to really drive is that we operate with quite some transparency and honesty within our team, and the overall goal of LuckyCoin, besides the fact that it's an OG and it's one of the original meme coins, etc., is that we're here to serve the community. So really, yeah, I think with any meme coin in the crypto industry, what makes it great is its community. So we're really a community-driven coin, and we try to serve our community as best as possible, keeping the communication as transparent as possible. And we all work very well together as a team. So, we have one agenda, one purpose, and that's really just to be like the, our root history is in Bitcoin ultimately. And so that's what we're here to do, serve the community worldwide.
And yes, being that community is one of your foundations as well in the growth of LuckyCoin. I just wanted to ask, how were you able to maintain some community members from back then until now? Were you doing some sort of specific activities or marketing to make sure that the communities remain active?
Yeah, we do have we tried to have some initiatives that have been put forward specifically by the community. So a lot of spaces, for instance, that we've undertaken. this partnership with Coinomi has been very fruitful. We're very appreciative of the fact that we have a very strong standing relationship with you guys, and obviously launched were onboarded as one of the key script coins about 6 months ago. We also have a treasure hunt that's going on at the moment. So pop over to X, the Lucky Foundation page, and it's led by our community. And essentially, it's just anchoring everyone back into what the core values of LuckyCoin are, but also some historical kind of references and nuances. So there's a series of questions. I believe there's 10 questions with the ultimate reward of winning 888 Lucky, which is very ironic because obviously that's a very lucky number for us. So basically, we have a number of initiatives that are currently going, including spaces, the treasure hunt, and there are some other things that we are discussing behind the scenes that we want to push forward with. But David, do you have anything else to add to that? Because I know you've been instrumental from that tech side. I know you briefly touched on the core wallet, but there's also some emission stuff that is going on in the back scene.
Yeah, so maybe I want to mention also the Telegram channel of the LuckyCoin. So this is accessible on our main LuckyCoin Foundation website. So this is like the most active media. So yeah, maybe what I want to stress here again. So I've very old skills from the early even Bitcoin days on the wallet side. So I think we have now a really very good software foundation on which projects can be built. So this was one of my initial main focus for the project to support it. And yeah, so I bring a bunch of older coins that I've mined early on, and this is a basis for funding future initiatives. So as I mentioned, so we worked on the wallet, we worked on the website, so we invited a professional web developer to make this a good experience. And so I think they are well positioned for the future with on the funding side. So certainly everyone depends a bit on the overall crypto market, but still, so here it's often a good idea to build when market is a bit more depressed, to be then here ready for the good times.
Okay,
Thanks, David. And
I was going to ask you that the number 888, which is the rewards, is very lucky for you guys. And normally it's 777, which is lucky and casinos and stuff. So may I ask why 888 is the lucky number for you guys here at LuckyCoin?
Yeah, so I have to chime in because there's even a discussion in the group. And since I worked with the code, actually, in the early days, the guy who created the coin, so you have to. It's also a historical nice bit of knowledge. So you have to create the first block. So to start the blockchain. So this is kind of the fundamental initial starting point. And actually what happened, so you're usually you can do this on the laptop, difficulty is very low, so it takes maybe an hour or something like that to mine this. And from that you get, from the mining, there's you very a certain number, so from 0, 1, 2, and usually you count it up. And the guy who created the coin, he put in a number, so this it's called the nouns for the experts. So this had like 3/8. I think it was like 120,888, something like that. So And this is also a source of the aids. And also the block reward was set to 88 coins. So here the aids are deep into the philosophy of the coin, and even present in the here in the initial block.
I also wanted to ask, guys, instead of usually, the usual coins launching, they wanted to compete with, the typical things that they're all, they're rivaling against with. Like, let's say we're gonna be the next Dogecoin, we're gonna be the next this coin, the next trending coin. But you guys, instead of competing with, those major coins, LuckyCoin chose merged mining, specifically with Litecoin and Dogecoin, and also collaboration. So might I ask, why is cooperation such a core belief for this ecosystem?
So this merged mining, so it's also what Doge actually pioneered in, I think it was in early 2014. And it's also a bit of history. So in the early days, there was a lot of competition on the mining side. And usually it was hard for the coins to keep the hashing power, because a new coin launched and then people were running for the latest shiny coin launch. And so hashing power is equal to here security of the network. And in the early days, there were always all kind of attacks on the networks, and single entities could rent or could have enough hash power to launch a 50% attack and these kind of things, and then create some other problems. So accumulating enough hash power was very challenging, and it was even for Dogecoin challenging. And I think I am being corrected, but I think Doge was the first one who introduced this or made it popular to introduce this merged mining. So this solved the problem on having enough hash on the network by jointly or merged mining with Litecoin. So in the early days, there were other methods on making kind of the network robust, because usually you could, with a lot of hash power, drive up the difficulty in the network. Then the network got stuck. You have very low block rate. Maybe there was only one block in an hour or even in a day. So there was always ongoing kind of infighting between the projects. And so I think this is maybe also a success factor for Doge, or was a success factor for Doge, to have this merged mining piggybacking on Litecoin, and thus they didn't have to worry too much on the hashing power, because Litecoin was the largest script, or had the largest script hashing power, certainly in the early days. Now it's interesting. So that's Doge in a sense. So usually the Litecoin was more valuable as those coins who were merge mined. And actually now Dogecoin, if you merge mine Dogecoin, it's actually I think 5 times more valuable than Litecoin itself. So this was interesting. But this is the background of the merge mining. So it's a quite good idea to do this. But certainly we have to give the miners also at least some reward, so that they are still merge mining us. So this was the reason for the mining, the reward adjustment.
So it acts like a win-win, doesn't it, David, for everyone?
Yes,
and also,
yes.
Yeah.
And to be, of course, to be merge mined alongside those big names like Coin and Dogecoin is really huge to be to be with those guys. So that's definitely a huge win for everyone that is seeing that for those, to be part of those merge mining.
Yeah, certainly. So we have, I think, about 500,000 miners on the coin, free, really huge mining pools. So in the Terra free, what is it? Free Terra petahash. So it's quite a bit. So it's as you said, it's a win-win for everyone involved.
And also, I guess right now many people see LuckyCoin as a second chance for those who miss early Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Dogecoin. So, what does being early actually mean this time around, or is it actually still early to be in LuckyCoin right now?
I think it is. I mean, it definitely is early, even though we're one of the longest standing coins. But from our point of view, I think Jet sort of elaborated on that. So we have a very rich lineage and history, being kind of wedged in between Bitcoin, Litecoin. Like we've obviously got that narrative that sits with that, and then of course Dogecoin as well. And so, from our point of view, even though it's an old coin, you guys, everyone in the community is early to the party, pretty much because of everything that David and Jet have outlined with all the initiatives that we have on the plate, with pretty much refining our scope and our focus, and really focusing on adding some like enjoyment and engagement to the community, so that we can push forward and get as many eyeballs on LuckyCoin as possible. One thing that's also very valid and important to mention as well is that it is quite a scarce coin, given that obviously it was very much derived from that Bitcoin lineage. And I know David mentioned Dogecoin is not as scarce, but LuckyCoin will only ever have roughly that 20 million coin pool. So even though everyone is quite early to the community, that scarcity hopefully over time will start to play out. It's a very, very important piece in terms of driving value to Lucky itself.
Yeah, if I could add to what Dan's saying also, as LuckyCoin has its origins back in 2013, you can't reinvent history. You can't, go back. And so there are many coins. I heard someone saying not long ago that there are millions of coins being launched regularly. So we have the distinct history, back to 2013, and you can't repeat history. You can't make up history. So LuckyCoin is what it is. It's one of the original OGs. So it's really owning a piece of cryptocurrency history. And so that's one of the, I guess it's like an artifact, and we can only see it being, more valuable as time goes by.
I would say LuckyCoin, based on the age alone and the history, is a living fossil in the crypto space. And right now, you guys are balancing, your strong principles with memes, fun, and I guess a bit of craziness. So, why do you think modern crypto needs more of this early era energy again?
So maybe let me chime in here. So when I came in here in summer or late summer, so the whole project was very focused on history and in a sense looking back. So as the value here, and I said, well, okay, so this is certainly like if you have a historic car and something like that, something valuable, but what I started is I told the team, okay, let's look into the future. So we have this heritage. We have now essentially the same technical foundation as Dogecoin. So this is not good. And so now shift towards the future, towards future initiatives. what we can do with the coin. And so as you've already mentioned, so we revamped the website in a bit more modern view, and so here we cannot here reveal all what we are planning here for the future, but certainly we are investigating or playing around with some concepts that are also not only based on the past, but looking into the future. So so the basic driving factor, what I think will be important for the future, is that we get some type of revenue going for the LuckyCoin. So this is a direction we are moving forward. So revenue means activity on the network, because so here the meme coin, in the early days, they were not Lucky, and even Doge were not called meme coins. So this concept was not born actually. And I think the early days, or even in the last years, or for the previous cycle, so a lot of speculation also from the prices in the coins was about, okay, there will be something in the future that makes these coins worthwhile. And what we have seen, I think, in this cycle, that didn't really pan out for many coins. So that certainly in the future, I think one has to really provide some type of value that the networks can bring to the table. So this is our focus in the whole team. We're working on several ideas here to push this forward. So it's like if you think on a early startup that has no revenue, no real product, and investment is kind of what will be in the future. And but at one point here, you have to deliver, and so this is a direction we are looking at the coin. And I think it's a quite unique opportunity with this historic coin, giving it a solid foundation. It's like you have a historic Porsche and you give it a new good engine and make it run again, also with respect to modern standards. So this is behind what I'm driving in the project, and getting good support from Chet and also from Dan and the whole team.
And speaking of, sorry.
I was just saying, well, I was just going to say, we're very lucky to have David jump back on board, as you can kind of tell with his historical nuance with Lucky, and then of course the technical expertise has done wonders to reinvigorating us as a community.
Yeah, definitely. And, you've mentioned contributions earlier, but unfortunately, not everyone are as technically knowledge as David here. And, they still wanted to contribute in a way to be part of it, other than, of course, buying and owning some of LuckyCoin. So is there any way that a normal person jumping into crypto will be able to contribute to help the growth of LuckyCoin right now?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. Oh, you go, David.
Yeah. So since we are driving this type of initiative, or more focused on it, so for the whole community, if you have ideas and initiatives, come to us. So we have some funding to support various projects. So as I said, so we have now the technical, very, very excellent foundation. And so just take it and run with it. So this is kind of my philosophy. And so we are open, and you can use the coin or for whatever ideas you want to bring to the table.
Okay, and it's going to be quite a future for a lot of new joining team members, and of course the OG team members that you got here from LuckyCoin. So, looking ahead though, what would success mean for LuckyCoin look like, let's say, in a few years? Not just in price terms, but let's say in culture or community or maybe even legacy.
Well, legacy, I think, is already starting to solidify, given that we obviously are one of the longest running coins, and as Jet mentioned, we are an artifact and unique. We have that unique crypto provenance. But from a community perspective, we obviously want to rally the troops. We have a kind of a little saying in the background for our community in terms of this lucky army that we've created. So we ideally want more people to come on board and help be a part of this movement and be a part of something special. So I guess if one of the take-home messages from this space is to please join our Telegram community. And we are setting up communities and have set up a few communities already with these initiatives, both social media, but also some community engagement initiatives, and then also some dev support in the background. So we always welcome any community member to look at their skill set and see how they can potentially contribute to the Lucky team.
Okay, so guys, if you're listening and you still haven't joined in Coinomi and LuckyCoin on our socials, specifically X, be sure to follow us for the latest giveaways, events, and activities that we all have, given that we also have a partnership going on. So yeah, be sure to look out for those kind of activities in order to win some airdrops or any other prizes that may come along the way. So, guys, just one last thing I would like to ask before we close up the spaces. So, do you currently have any activities or events that you would like to reiterate if you haven't mentioned earlier already in the space?
Well, definitely the treasure hunt. That is definitely something that all community members can participate in. That would be a kind of a nice little start. And as David mentioned before, we've obviously got the core wallet that's up off the ground. So please feel free to download that, in addition to referring to the Coinomi partnership that we have and downloading the Coinomi wallet. But there are a few little things that we do have that are cooking in the background. But if you guys can, anyone in the community, please just go to Telegram, reach out to any of us three or any member of the Lucky CTO team to join some of those communities, because we do really want your ideas to see what we can do from a community engagement perspective.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
and
follow our ex LuckyCoin promo account. So we created this specifically for various promotions. So this is the get-go destination for here promotions and giveaways. So we separated this. But also join or follow here the LuckyCoin Foundation. So this is meant for more a bit of neutral, serious account for the latest LuckyCoin news, upcoming initiatives. Yeah, and feel free to reach out to us. I think the fastest, best way is to join the Telegram channel and make you heard there.
okay, and that, guys, is one of the most OG coins that we have in the space. Not one of the OG coins in the certain chain, but actually in crypto itself, predating both Dogecoin and a lot of other major coins that is currently still active right now. So, guys, please be sure to join us all on our socials once again. And of course, on Coinomi, if you haven't already downloaded Coinomi Wallet, you'll be able to buy a lot of different coins here, such as Lucky Coin. So be sure to get Coinomi Wallet. And if you love using our services, be sure to, of course, leave a review to us. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask that to us as well. So, Lucky Coin guys, thank you once again for joining us here at Coinomi Connect. And guys, maybe you have any final words before we close up the spaces or any announcement at all?
Get lucky.
Yeah, let's all get lucky and hopefully we'll make it through, the challenging time in the crypto space that we have right now. So, guys, just stay strong in the community. And once again, thank you once again for joining us at Coinomi Connect, and we'll hope to see you again on the next one.